Oh, Tia Isa wants a car. So I had a real Tia Isa. And she did buy the first family car. Tia Isa Wants a Car, the story is about a little girl and her aunt conspiring to buy the first family car. But they have no money, so they have to save and save and save. But it's also a story about missing your family. It's a story about sending money home to help your family. But it's mostly a story about an aunt who won't take no for an answer. And that was certainly true about the real Tia Isa. So one day she came home and she was such a nervous person. Anything could make her jump. She was just, her nerves were always on point. She came home one day from work and she said, Oye, voy a comprar un carro. I'm going to buy a car. And my grandmother said, are you crazy? Nobody's going to get in a car with you. You'd be a terrible driver. You're too nervous. Absolutamente no. Right. And Isa said, take it easy. That's what she knew how to say in English. And in secret, she went to a bilingual driving school. And she got driving lessons. And she came home with a Buick Wildcat not long after. I was shocked. But the first place she took us was to the beach. She wanted us, I think, just to know the beach. Maybe it reminded her of Cuba. But the thing about that car that I remember, other than that it stalled at very inconvenient places, is that it took us to where the bus couldn't take us. So if we wanted to visit a friend, if we wanted to go to a park that wasn't near a bus route, if we needed to do our groceries, Tia Isa got in that car that had that big, gigantic trunk, and she'd take us. And I had forgotten all about that. But then when I was writing one day, my first picture book ever, here was this line, and it came out, Tia Isa wants a car. And I just started to think about it. And I started to think about how glorious it is that my aunt, who nobody thought could do it, did it anyway. And that my nervous aunt was the one who sort of opened the doors for this first thing, this first way that we were setting roots in the United States. And I so appreciate that. She still lives with me, by the way. She came to live with me a couple of years ago. And the first thing she did, because she had had a stroke, she gave her car to my son Alex to take to college. But, you know, it's fun to have her. And it's fun to know that what this book taught me also was that everybody's stories matters, right? Everybody's story is important. My aunt is no one spectacular. She was an ordinary tia who just decided that day that she was going to do something a little special. And I love that as a writer, I could catch that and put it in a book so that maybe the kids sitting in the classrooms who are reading it look around their own family, for their own tias and tios and abuelas, doing remarkable things right under their nose.